Our pinpoint weather team has been out in force this week covering the storm. Some of them have even had a hard time just getting to work to keep us updated. That was the case for Eyewitness News reporter Tim White, who ventured into East Providence this morning from the East Bay. And tell us about your adventure, Tim, getting into the office this morning.
Well, Patrick, I heard you and Danielle interviewing Mayor Avedisian. The first thing he said was, look, stay off the roads, because emergency officials are trying to clear the roads and we just don't need you out there. That is no joke. Of course, I had to be driving in so I could get in here to Channel 12, and barely out of Bristol. I shot some video in Bristol. There was a tree completely blocking, that's Beach Road in Bristol. You could not drive by that road, down that road if you wanted to, because the tree had just split right in half. And as a matter of fact, when I was leaving that area, the DPW crews were passing right by me to go down there and clear it out, because of course they need to gain access down to the houses at the end of the road. There is Narragansett Bay. Just a couple of miles further north in Warren, 114 north in Warren, this tree uprooted. As you can see on the right hand side of your screen, it didn't split, it just came right out of the ground, completely covered 114 northbound. And this is what, as you can hear, the wind just almost knocked me right over. This is what you don't know when you're out on the road, is that a tree could come down at any time. And I got to tell you, Patrick, this is kind of deceptive. It's not raining right now, but on the way in, sometimes all of a sudden a torrential downpour would just hit you and it'd be absolutely blinding, and you couldn't see anything. A lot of localized flooding out there. You're looking at video now from Wickford, another branch down in Wickford. And as I was saying, this localized flooding will just pop up. Some of the streets, 114 in particular, started to almost become impassable at the foot of the Warren Bridge, and on the other side in Barrington, you got those heavy, deep puddles. People who live in that area are familiar with it, but you're looking at this video right here. You never know when that's going to happen, so emergency officials are asking you to just please stay off the road so they can clear this and let the utility workers get to work to return power to homes and businesses. There was also in North Providence, we shot some video of a tree on a car. Look at that. You're looking at it right now. Again, this is in North Providence. A tree just snapped and absolutely crushed that car. You know, we're seeing this throughout the state of Rhode Island. Again, on my drive in on 114, it was, you'd have to just drive around branches. You have to drive around trees that were littered throughout the road. And I can tell you, Patrick, a lot of people are heeding the word. There weren't a ton of people on the road when I was driving in, so we like to see that. And again, as Mayor Avedisian said, keep it that way until this passes by us. Danielle, Patrick?
Quick question, Tim. People familiar with that area, when you're driving into work through Warren and into Barrington by that old American Tourister building, and you can see the Barrington River, the Palmer River, did you notice anything with the storm surge as far as the level of the water? Was it higher than normal? Was it closer to that, you know, the bike path trestle there, or the actual two newer bridges that connect Warren and Barrington? Yeah,
Patrick, no question about it. The water was much higher in that area. And also by the church in Barrington, you know, that area, the water was just coming up toward the top of the bridge, and the boats, some of the boats that decided to stay moored out there were getting beat up pretty good. The water was extremely choppy, and as I said, at the on the Warren side, and people in that area know this, and on the Warren side, the water had just completely covered 114. If you're in a truck, you're going to have an easier time getting through it. Unfortunately, I was not in a truck, so I had to take it real slow and just ask my car not to stall out. That's how deep it was. It was coming up to the bottom of the car and into the engine. But yeah, certainly the Warren Bridge, the Barrington Bridge, for the people who know that area, the water level was much, much higher than you normally see it.
All right, Tim, great stuff. We'll let you get back inside where it's a little bit safer. Thanks.
All right, and now